The disclosure and acknowledgement regarding lead-based paint and/or lead-based paint hazards from the seller perspective were commonly referred to as the lead-based paint disclosure, or you may even see it abbreviated to LBP. D, lead-based paint disclosure. From the seller's perspective, this should be completed at the time that the listing is taken. This must be communicated to the buyer prior to the buyer obligating themselves to purchase the property under EPA guidelines. Best practice is to make sure that this is posted as an attached document to the listing so that it is available for review and signatures by any potential buyers through their buyer's agent. The form must be completed properly. Proper, complete, full address on the address line. Section 1, the seller must disclose whether or not there is known lead-based paint and explain how, or if the seller has no knowledge. You only mark one of those two selections. Records, seller has provided the purchase with all available records and reports pertaining to lead-based paint, or seller has no records. Again, you only select one of these two areas. The most commonly marked are section 1A2, seller has no knowledge, and section 1B2, seller has no reports. Occasionally, a seller may have had the home tested, and those reports may be available. Part C, seller has attached the EPA pamphlet, Protect Your Family from Lead in Your Home, to this document. Again, it is best practice to make sure that the lead in your home document is attached to the listing so that it is provided. We also recommend to buyer's agents that they provide a copy to their buyer as well. Seller has reviewed all the information. For sales transactions only, buyer has 10 days unless otherwise agreed upon to conduct a risk assessment. Subparagraph E now refers down to section 3 that is completed by the buyer upon the completion of an offer. Now, make sure that both, if there are multiple sellers, both sign, single seller, signature, and date. This is your responsibility to make sure that the seller's agent has informed the seller of their obligations and is aware of her or her responsibility, and you must sign section 2 and date it. Then it becomes, again, I'll repeat it and repeat it again, best practice is this be attached to the listing so that all potential buyers through their agent viewing the property will see this and be aware of it and can provide it at the time of an offer.